Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Moose bringing you the weekly news here at Games Revealed. Lots happened this week, not just in the games world, but in the stocks world. What a wild week. That's all I'm going to say. Keep holding. But let's move on into our first bit of news. Ark Genesis Part 2 has released and is available now on Steam and Epic. Honestly, it looks incredible, and this is Part 2. From windsurfing to massive Venus human fly traps that can eat you in one bite, Ark 2 looks honestly incredible. Looks very clean from the air fighting. It looks like the air combat is going to be way more crisp, way more fun, we'll say. But yeah, it looks really good, really good. They're going to have some interstellar space travel, some RTS gameplay in there. Really odd for the Ark series, but interesting that they're incorporating it into the whole world and not a standalone bit. There's going to be some mind control critters, which is honestly better than the pickpocketing little creatures or any of that crap. A mind control one that can make you go and shoot your friend or your ally, way better. So pretty cool there. Apparently there's a giant stomach you're going to be able to explore. Clearly that's one of the mysteries of Ark that we're going to have to figure out here in Genesis Part 2. And then there's canoes, because why not? Why will from rocket boats to canoes? Yeah. That gets me excited. Anyway, Ark Part 2 looks awesome, is out now, again, on Steam and Epic stores for $30. And if you don't have Ark and you want to jump in and see what it's all about, you can get the package, the Ultimate Survivor Edition, for $60 and get everything Ark related all in one buy. Not too bad. Honestly, I've probably paid well more for that for how many times I've bought it on different consoles. Anyway, killer deal. Check it out. Genesis Part 2 looks incredible. Next up is Crowfall. Crowfall has me pretty intrigued. It's a PvP MMO where you serve for eternity, and you're basically battling it out forever, trying to earn the glory of your master. You don't love them, but you serve them. Almost feels like a Valheim type setup, except for instead of battling a bunch of trees and crap and giant ogres and all sorts of crazy bosses, you're just fighting each other probably. Looks awesome because it's centered around these campaigns, and they all take place on a unique map with distinct rules and different timelines. And that's what's gotten me really interested, where you're serving as this crow under these gods, and you're fighting for just this glory. But what has me interested is this excerpt that I took from PC Gamer, and it says, when a campaign ends, you take a character, your equipment, and the spoils of war from that campaign and move on to the next. This gives the game a feeling of permanence while still allowing late arriving players a chance to be competitive. To me, that's big. For long-term competitive gameplay, you're going to want new players to be able to jump in and feel like they have a chance, and not going to get swept over by the tsunami of pros and toxic communities that sometimes evolve in these games. So really awesome and very exciting to see what's going to be happening. This comes out in July, specifically on the 6th. So if that sounds interesting and you're amped for this game, definitely keep your eye out for July 6th. Very exciting stuff. Next up, No Man's Sky. They are getting a update, and one so quickly after the last update. This one is called Prisms, and it's pretty hefty overhaul of the visual aspects for No Man's Sky. From anywhere from the stars and the travel from space, to the lighting in the world, to rain. When it rains, things are actually going to look wet and display those lighting effects as it is. Pretty awesome update coming out for No Man's Sky, which to me, I'm surprised it's still kicking. This game honestly deserves probably a honest review on the channel, especially for how many times we've probably covered it in the weekly news. Let me talk to the boys and see what I can do. But very exciting, and coming off of some Ark news, especially with this game, is you're going to be able to fly creatures, ride them. Ride flyable creatures throughout these worlds. Very awesome. And so that's probably what cinched it for me. We'll see what the other guys say. Probably going to be easy. Maybe not. We'll see. Next up, some brand new news that you've never heard before. This is actually a new topic that we've never talked about on Games Revealed. Half-Life Alyx has got a new multiplayer mod that lets you join a friend as you play with them. It's very incredible. And what you can do is you can be a robot that does nothing. You're about as useful as Gollum on the journey for Frodo Baggins. You're kind of a mix, I guess, of Samwise Gamgee and Gollum. Not bad, though. I guess you're more of just like a Wheatley. Let's say that. You're a Wheatley that doesn't ever get a body that can destroy you. Pretty cool, though. Honestly, I wish that would have been a mod that was available, and I guarantee James would have loved for that to have been a mod back when we were playing it to review the game. Check it out. Looks pretty awesome, and would be pretty fun if you're planning on playing it anytime soon. Next up, Nintendo wants you to answer another poll. Specifically, this one's about Warioware. Warioware is a party game that I remember playing back on the DS, and as everyone knows, Wario is the best out of all of the Nintendo characters. Mario, Luigi, forget about them. Wario is the best. And I know somebody out there that's going to like that. But anyway, if that sounds awesome to you, if you would love a WarioWare game out on the Switch, jump onto Nintendo Life and answer their poll. And of course, it's probably going to cost you about $50. At least that's what it said in the poll. So if that sounds interesting to you and you want a WarioWare game, jump over there and answer that poll. And hopefully we get it, honestly. WarioWare is way better than Mario Party. I know it's kind of different, but it's still better. Anyway, next up, E3, 10 days away. If you haven't signed up yet or checked it out, make sure you do. But they have just dropped their infographic that shows all of the confirmed exhibitors and sponsors from Nintendo and Xbox, Square Enix, Verizon, Ubisoft. I mean, you can read it. There's a whole bunch of them. A whole bunch of them are confirmed going to be there in attendance. Online, showing you some stuff that hopefully you're interested in. And then who knows who's not going to show up. You know they always have some type of surprise lined up. And you know there's going to be something on this online conference that you're not going to want to miss, that people are going to talk about, I'm sure. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like they've got something up their sleeve that if you miss it, you're probably going to regret it. But we'll see. I've been wrong before. Let's see if I'm wrong this time. E3 again coming up in 10 days. Check that out and remember it's coming because it is online for everybody for the most part. All right, last but not least is the free games for June, one of my favorite segments, and I'm glad I'm the one that gets to do it because I don't know if anybody else does it if I don't. But anyway, it is one of my favorite things to do. So what we have lined up on the PlayStation is Star Wars Squadrons, Virtua Fighter 5, Ultimate Showdown, and for the PS5 bonus game, we've got Operation Tango. Xbox, we're looking at The King's Bird, Shadows Awakening, Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, Injustice Gods Among Us. Not a bad lineup, definitely more games, and honestly, I've been looking at Xbox as kind of something I'm probably going to buy eventually. Honestly, with the last few reviews and the few updates that we've done on this, Xbox has just been swinging for the fences, and they are grabbing my attention. So honestly, with the more games that they give out and the more exclusives that they're getting, it's definitely looking like they are reaching for my preferred console. But we'll see what happens with that. Last up, Epic on PC. Their free game for the next, I think, 6 days or 5 days is Frostpunk. So if that's something that you've been keeping your eye on and you haven't pulled the trigger on it yet, definitely give that a squeeze. I know I grabbed that up myself. I downloaded it immediately, and I cannot wait to play it. Those are the free games for June on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. You do have one. You just need to make an Epic account if you don't have one. But it's Frostpunk. Awesome. And they're going to be giving another free game away in 6 more days. So that's it, everybody. Hopefully you guys found this somewhat useful and found some entertaining information out of there. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I will see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye.